I think it was the Guardian and the New York Times had this article in it. And this is how I came across this article. And I remember retaining this information for all these years, and nobody ever spoke about it. It never really hit the mass media. Some people know about this. Some do. But this is something that I think should be really more scrutinized. So let me read the top part here. I'll get rid of our camera so we can now show it to everyone. They're called the Good Club, and they want to save the world. Paul Harris in New York reports that on a small elite group of billionaire philanthropists who met recently to discuss solving the planet's problems.
When was recently?
2009, as I mentioned.
Oh, okay, good.
And so it says here, it is the most elite club in the world. Ordinary people need not apply. Indeed, there is no way to ask to join. You simply have to be very, very rich and very, very generous, as they say, on a global scale. This is the Good Club. The name is given to a tiny global elite of billionaire philanthropists who recently held their first and highly secretive meeting in the heart of New York City. The names of some of the members are familiar figures. Now, they didn't write down all the names here, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go over to the picture that I created for today. And lo and behold, this is the Good Club, at least the one in 2009. I don't know if it's changed or if they've recruited because they don't talk about it. It's really hard to find information about this little cult, club, group, whatever. So we have Bill Gates, Soros, Buffett, Rockefeller, Turner, Bloomberg, Eli Broad with his wife Edith Broad, Oprah Winfrey, Peterson, Robertson. I have to look at his full name there. I'll pull that up in a minute. John Morkridge and his wife, Tasha Morkridge, and Stonesifer. And these people, I want to go through them just one at a time, just to give you guys a flavor of, okay, so we have a group of philanthropist billionaires coming together to save the world. What are they doing to save the world? I think that's the first question that any logical person would ask is, okay, so these people with all this money think that money solves all the problems on the planet, and they want to solve the world's problems. The part that I was looking for in this article, right? And so talking about conspiracy and all that stuff, this is not conspiracy, what I'm showing you guys today. I mean, the conspiracy is what's the intention behind it, right? And it is a conspiracy because it's a group of people in a locked room. That's the definition of a conspiracy, right? It really is. So for 6 hours, the assembled billionaires discussed the crisis facing the world. Each was allowed to speak for 15 minutes. The topics focused on education, emergency release, government reform, and the expected depth of economic crises and the global health issues such as overpopulation and disease. One of them was... one of the themes was new in ways to ordinary people to donate small amounts to global issues. Sources say Gates was the most impressive speaker, while Turner was the most outspoken. That's Ted Turner. He tried to dominate, which I think annoyed some of the others, said one source. Winfrey, meanwhile, said to have been a contemplative listening mood, right? It goes on and on and on. I'm not going to read the whole article. It's a very fascinating article. For any of you guys out there, I'll put this in the program description for later. So if you want to check it out later, you guys will see it there. And what they really came to a conclusion on was the biggest problem facing the world is overpopulation. That's what they decided to focus on. And what's scary about this group is now when you look at the people involved, right? They decided to say that the Global Alliance, so here, just one of its projects, the Global Alliance for Vaccines and Immunization, estimated by the WHO, who have prevented 3.4 million deaths. So it's funny that these same people who say that they're saving lives are saying the biggest problem on the planet are the lives that they are saving. And it's this weird, like you have to have what's called doublethink in order to make it through this text. It doesn't make any sense.